Hello, YouTube. There we go. I got it. Hello, YouTube. How y'all doing today? Finally got it this time. Well, I don't know what was wrong with it, but like I was saying on the last two tries, I'm glad somebody got in here and told me that they couldn't hear me. What I say in the last time on the tart cherry video that he told me he had put uh cinnamon and clove in it. That's what I didn't like about it. And that's what the taste was. I couldn't figure out. So yeah, but thanks to I think it was skateboarders or something told me you couldn't hear me. I should always look down there and see if my mic's working, but I didn't today. What we're gonna do today is a grape. It was full before I started. Been outside all day and this. I think it was about 78 today here. Supposed to be 84 tomorrow. It's full sunshine today. That's why I'm all red. I was outside in it all day. Yeah, this is. I've had this before. He's using a different yeast this time. He told me, and I forget what he said the yeast is. It's Cabernet or something. I can't remember. I had to start writing this crap down. I got too much to think about. Cheers. That is so. When you get into wines that companies and all make, like that you buy at the store, it's hard for me to find a wine that I like. I can't think of the name of it right now, but that's around here. Uh, yeah, can't think. But anyhow, it's probably the best store bought wine. Besides, people are gonna make fun of this, but Boone's Farm. I love Boone's Farm, but that ain't what I'm talking about. You can't hardly find Boone's Farm no more. Yeah, can't think of the name of that kind. But anyhow, I drink all theirs. I ain't never had a bad one. A lot of them's too dry. A lot of them's too sweet. A lot of them's too overpowering with the yeast taste. For some reason, I don't find very many homemade wines that I don't like. It's just something different about them. It's about 14, 13, 14%. It's got some legs on it. He started making his, well, he ordered them. His name is Charlie Brown, but he calls it shell wine. He's a good old fella. He's my wife's brother. That is a very good, straight baseline, great wine. He puts all the stuff in it like Stoneyard Vineyard does. I mean, Stoneyard Vineyard, he cellars his wines for, I think the latest one I've seen him do was 6. The most one I've seen him do, it's been the longest he cellared in his basement, was 6 years, I think it was. Might be wrong. Don't hold me to that because I watch so many videos, do so many reviews. I got almost 1,000 now. Like he told me the other day when I was talking to him about this, he said, "That's a lot of drinking videos there." I said, "Yeah, but you don't understand. What you don't understand is I've been on YouTube doing these videos for 14 years. You can go back and look at my start date and you can see it. I think I ought to have way more than I get 10 subscribers, YouTube takes them away. I get 20 subscribers, YouTube takes them away. They don't want me to get up there. I can understand it. It's a drinking channel, but a bunch of drinking channels got to be, they let them go, I don't know. It don't matter to me. I ain't in it for the money. I wish I get a little bit of money though to pay for some of the stuff which I ain't pay for this. Pay for some of the $200 bottle of liquors I've done. Yeah. Go back and look. I got a bottle right there that 200 and I think it was $222. Yeah, this one right here. This little bottle was $222. Batch proof, limited, batch proof edition. Masters Collection, Woodford Reserve, batch proof, 125.8 proof, Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. You don't believe me? Look it up. Well, that's what it was when I bought it then. It's probably a whole lot more now. But I ain't gonna lie, I actually didn't buy that. It was given as a wedding present to a friend of mine, to a family member. And he took one swallow of it and one sip. He didn't even take a swallow. He just poured it in a shot glass, was gonna shot a shot, and he couldn't drink it. So he gave it to another family member. They took one shot between 3 or 4 people, and they almost threw up because it's such a it's strong. I told you 125 proof. People not used to drinking that. Ain't like me. I drink 140 proof moonshine. But then I was over at their house and they said, I'll never drink this. If you'll do a review on it, you can have it. So I did a review on it. I ain't had no problem drinking it. I ain't had no problem drinking it. But okay then. So he said he ordered these offline. I was telling him about Stoneyard Vineyards does his own, and he said he's gonna go look and watch how he does it. But it's the same thing Stoneyard does. He puts it in it, puts a shrink wrap on it, dips it, because I described it to him, and he said, "Yeah, that's how I do it." But I just buy the stickers off the internet already made. So I don't know if that's cheaper or or what. Stoneyard's been doing his ever since he started making his line, so he's already got a program running in his computer to where he just prints them off. Just has to change the name and show what they are. But this is a red grape. Ain't no offense, no offense flavors, no offense taste. It was just that other one. I couldn't get over that. I kept wondering. I said, damn, what did he put in here? Now, I finally come to the conclusion that it was cinnamon. And the other day I seen him and I said, hey, I said, that other wine, did you watch my review on it? He said, yeah. He said, why didn't you like it? You couldn't figure out what was in it. I seen that. I said, yeah. I said, well, the cinnamon in it. He said, well, I added something else too. And I said, well, what was it? He said, nutmeg and cinnamon. I think, yeah, it was nutmeg. That's what it was, nutmeg. Not cloves. It was nutmeg. Nutmeg and cinnamon. I said, well, because he don't drink, he don't taste it. So he don't know how it tastes. He just has to rely on what I tell him and the other people he gives a bottle or two from, which they might like that taste, but he said, I see you didn't like that. I said, nah, I didn't like that one. And that's the only wine he's ever made out of 20 batches that I didn't like. But it was because of the nutmeg and the cinnamon. But yeah, that is rather tasty. Got some good legs on it. You can see the legs coming off the glass. I gotta go pee. Y'all want to sit here and watch the dog sleep while I go pee? You'll see all them bags of clothes over there. 1, 2, 3, 4 bags of clothes. Stepdaughter been cleaning out her closet, and she give them to her mama to go through them and give to people in need. They sure is some nice stuff over there. Women compulsive buy. But then they clean out and it helps somebody else. So that's all that matters. And as long as you're helping your fellow womankind, because them are women's clothes. But yeah, I always want to say if you ain't tried it, give it a try. You might like it, you might not. But I might start saying on these kind of videos, if you ain't never tried homemade wine, go to my playlist and there's how-to videos on how to make homemade wine. Or search it on YouTube. There's a lot better ones because I don't edit. That's probably one reason my page don't go to, way up there. Because I ain't learned how to edit yet. I've been trying though. I've been doing a few things with it. But yeah, if you want to learn how to make this, you can go on my channel or you can use champagne yeast, you can use wine yeast, you can pick a dry one if you like a dry wine or you like a sweeter wine yeast. When you call like I use more beer for everything, so all my brewing videos that I make beer and all that, and all my brewing equipment, I got it from more beer. Uh, you can tell them what you like, and they can recommend you a yeast and what you're using. You can use fresh ingredients, fresh grapes. If you got, in your backyard, you got muscadines, you make some of the best muscadine wine in the world in a 5 gallon bucket. Just don't overfill it because you gotta leave space. That's why they say a 7 gallon bucket with a five. Baby girl. That's why they say a 7 gallon bucket with 5 gallons. Because you put 5 gallons in it and you got 2 gallon space for the rise of your. When you put the. It's a hell of a lot easier to show you than it is. That's the black. This is the black cherry with strawberries in it. This here is a 1 gallon vessel, but it has fruit in it. It's pineapple, strawberry, and cherry. It's very good. I made it over and over and over. But you see all this stuff around the edge? It didn't get there by itself. When it starts fermenting, it pushes all this all your fruit, right? It's say it's like a vessel, and it pushes all that stuff up to the top. So how much fruit and everything you got in there is gonna rise, 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 because it's shitting out H2O. And no, anyhow, it's making liquor, making wine. That rises and it lets your. I ain't done one of these videos in so long on how to make wine. I just automatically know how to do it. the bad gases. We'll say it that way. I can't think of the damn term for some reason. I can't think of it. As soon as I cut this off, let me put my smart glasses on. Usually when I put these on, I can tell you. When all this rises up, the gases have to have a way to escape. So it pushes this all the way up till it gets to where it's floating up right here. All this will be floating up here. And then the gases, CO2 gases, pisses, hell, I can't remember the way it goes. But anyhow, it pushes up here and it has to let go. You can see it's fermenting like crazy. But after a while, when the fermentation slows down, this will fall back. And down here at the bottom, when it gets through fermenting, for however in the hell you want to say it, will leave a cake of yeast. You see how the bubbles on top of the tinfoil? It's got two little holes in it. It's letting it out. It's letting the gases out. It kicks them out and it leaves alcohol behind. And your fruit and everything else. And now, a lot of people don't do this, but fruit will collect a lot of alcohol in it. So I always put this in a strainer and I strain it and I mash it. And I strain it again through a coffee filter. That way I get this to 14 to 15% alcohol by volume. But that's how that works. Just in case you're wondering. We just talking. I don't know why I can't remember that saying. But you can go back and watch my video today. And what you want to do is you want to put them in a dark, cold place. Cool, not cold. I don't know why I say cool. Cold. Like put a shirt over it. Them are pickle jars. I lost a cap to that one. Actually, I think I threw it away because it started getting a little fungus on the inside. But then I started putting tinfoil over it, and I just punched a couple of holes in the tinfoil, and it lets the gases out. The one beside it, like I said, is a cherry, tart cherry, strawberry. But you can go on my page and you can see, and them got not no wine yeast, but they got a special yeast that I use to make something else with. Just use your imagination. Ain't hard to figure out shit. Just up proofed alcohol a bit. All right, so what you can do is you can go to Walmart and you can buy 100%. Make sure it's 100% grapes, Welch's juice. Any of it, you can buy it. You can buy it at great value as long as it's 100% juice. Look on the back of it, make sure it ain't got all kinds of shit in it. You know, on the chart back there. And it's just got sugar in it. Well, you can take one of them home, say, if you get a gallon. Go home, dump 2 cups out of it. It'll drop it down that far, right? That's going to leave you headspace. Leave it in the container, the same container you buy it in, because it's food grade. It has to be when they sell it to you, or else they can't sell it in the store like that. So you can, it is this simple. Go in the kitchen, pour you out 2 cups. You can drink it and throw it away. I usually drink it. Or you can save it and add it at the end and proof it down a little bit. I want the high proof, so I don't proof it down. But get your granulated sugar out of the cabinet. Take 1 cup of sugar, pour it into it. Now, realize this has to be room temperature, 70 or above. Because the yeast I'm going to tell you to use will die below 70 degrees. If it's 40 degrees in your house, it ain't going to make. The yeast will just die and you don't make nothing. He be talking about he don't know what the hell he's talking about. So you do that. You put your 1 cup of sugar in it. It's going to raise your volume up just a little bit because you put a cup of sugar in it, right? So you shake that up real, real good. Put the top on it, shake it up. In the jug that you bought it in. Shake it up, shake it up, shake it up, shake it up. Until it's 99%. Usually takes about 5 minutes. Dissolve the sugar best that you can by shaking. So you then, when you get through shaking that up and you think the sugar's 90, just say 90% dissolved, you're going to put it on the counter now. I'm telling you, leave it in the jug. The jug that you bought it in, because it is food grade. You go in there, if you ain't got none, before you leave the grocery store where you bought that Great Welch's, whatever you buy, Apple, whatever, it don't matter. Freshman's or Red Star yeast, bread yeast. You're going to take, if you got under a gallon, you're going to take 1 spoonful of yeast out of there. There's four, I think it's teaspoons. It's been a long time since I made these videos. It's 4 teaspoons in each little package of yeast. People, boy, I swear to God. Man, surrounded by kinfolk. The only one I got live next door hollers at the kids all day long. That's all we're going to say about that. I don't know why. Baby girl. Baby girl. You better hush. Okay. So what you do, sorry about it. So what you do is you take that 1 pack of yeast and you take you 1 teaspoon, the little, I think that's the little one. Yeah. Anyhow. All right. While you're shaking that, it's aerating it. It's putting air in it. Yeast to rise needs air. Needs CO2. So while you're shaking that, all them bubbles in there, every now and then, unscrew the top, let a little air get in there. You can, I've even watched people take point it back there. That used to be a big old fish tank, 55 gallon. It's in that bedroom right back there now. There's another one in that room in there in my bedroom, the one we sleep in, and there's the stand it. But anyhow, no little air rocks you drop down in there and it puts air in the aerator. It aerates the water. You can actually use one of them. And you can put it down in your whatever you're making and plug it up and it will aerate. It'll add a lot of air to it, but just shaking it, taking the top off every now and then, letting the air get back in it, closing it up, shaking it, you don't have to do all that. The way I do it is I take that yeast and I put it in a cup and I add a little bit of warm water. It ain't cold, it ain't hot. Like I say, about 70 degrees where you stick your finger up on it. And you put, say, a tablespoon of sugar in it. Just a little bit of water, and then add that tablespoon of yeast to it. Stir it around real good, aerate it, just stir it around real good. Now don't go away and forget about it because it'll be running all over your counter. You'll go back in there and you'll see it. It's foaming up. That little bit will start. That's called rehydrating your yeast. So then when you see it doing that, you just take that bread yeast and you just pour it over in the same container with the liquid. Yeah, that cut some. And you pour it over in there and you just shake it up for a minute. Set it down. Loosen the cap. You take the jug you got it in and you mash it. And you'll hear it go. Push, push, push. You hear the top go up and down. Okay? So you got, that's it. That is it. Put it in a cool, not 900 degrees, the coolest place in your house. I mean, if it's winter time, unless you got central heating there, you can do it. There's a bunch of different ways you can keep it hot, but we're not going to get into that one in this video. But that's using bread yeast, or you can go online, go like the More Beer. All kind of shit sliding down there. That's something else. I got so many recipes up here, it's funny. Ain't even funny. More beer, it'll show up looking like that. Where I get everything at. There's a recipe on a printout sheet. Wait 14 days. Set it in there. Forget it. Now, if you leave that top tight, it's going to be a bomb. Because you seen how that lid was on that tin foil? If it didn't have some holes in it, what a tin foil would give first. But it's a little exaggerating. But if you got it in a container, say a container like this, or Great Welch's, or one of them containers you get from Walmart or anywhere, Dollar General, If you tighten that lid up and forget to untighten it, you're going to have one hell of a mess. I have never had one explode, but I've left too much volume in one before and it run out everywhere. Luckily, I had it in a tote. Usually when I make them, I set them in a tote. Not like that over there. It ain't hot enough to. Well, I mean, it's hot enough, but I know better now. But I didn't leave enough room in it, and it just spewed. It'll come out the top where you leave it open. It'll just and run everywhere. There's 1,000 videos out there you can watch it'll show you. You can go watch mine. Like I say, I show you and then I show you the taste test down the road. I don't do the video this month and then usually takes 7 to 14 days to ferment. And you're saying, what do you do with the heads, the bad stuff that you pour off? Every single beer, every single bottle of wine you drink has it in it. Okay? You ain't got to pour that shit off. Unless you're distilling it. If you're distilling it, if you're putting it in a pot and running it off, you got to have 4 shots. And you can go look it up. It's all on the YouTube shit. They show you exactly how to do it if you want to do it. I'm not going to sit there and tell you. Go watch philbillymoonshine.com. Well, no, you actually order them from there. Go watch Phil Billy Moonshine on YouTube. He goes way more. Or George from man, I watched George for I don't know. Anyhow, there's a bunch of them out there. Just type it in. It'll pop up a million videos showing you how to do it. You just pick your best one, the one you think you want to learn from, and you get it done. But just remember, keep brewing and learn how to do it, because if shit hits the fan, you'll be the man they come to see. You can trade for anything you want. Because don't let people push you the wrong way. That alcohol is used for a lot of good stuff. Wounds, drinking, colds. Why do you think they call it cough medicine? All right, YouTube, we're going to get off here today. And we appreciate y'all. And y'all, please like, subscribe, and share. I finally started saying that. I don't know why. But people that say it look like they get more subscribers. So, yeah. We're going to kill this for y'all right quick. And screw Anheuser-Busch and Bud Light. And drink Coors Banquet or Miller Lite. Cheers. Y'all have a very good afternoon. Have it better tomorrow. And stay safe. and try what I'm telling you. I mean, if you want to make it like Charlie Brown does here, he puts the clarifier, the Camden tablets. He puts everything in it. He makes it for the long haul. You can go back and look at my videos. Last year I done one that was 4 years old of his. I went over there and he said, I want you to do a review on this. He says 4 years old. And I did it, and it was better than when I did it the first time. Because I did it the first time when he made it. And he don't drink, so he don't know how it tastes. He's going by what I say and what other people say, you know. But mostly he listens to me. We'll see. Y'all have a good day and a better tomorrow. Bye-bye. Don't drink and drive. Stay safe. Good night, you two. Cheers. I gotta go get me another beer. Gotta find my note first. Thank y'all. Have a good day.